Hello, Deputy Miller, Sheriff's Office. Are you in park?
Yes.
Okay. Your car had rolled backwards, that's why I was just making sure you're in park now.
I just didn't put the brake.
Okay. The reason we're chatting is you crossed center coming into town, and then you completely were in the wrong lane of travel when you turned here.
It's my first time in town.
Okay.
I was just following the maps to find my sister's house.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license, vehicle registration? Where's your sister's house at?
Colfax.
Okay.
Just outside.
Where are you coming from tonight? What's that?
I met up with my friend in Pullman, and then I'm heading to her house now.
Do anything fun in Pullman this evening? What's that?
No, my phone died.
Oh no!
Like halfway through, so I was like, I had to stop at a random person's house to charge my phone so that I could find their location, but then she just ended up ditching me. So that was fun. So then I just ended up leaving.
How do you say your first name?
Greenly.
Greenlee? Okay. Do you have the vehicle registration?
Yes.
What'd you guys do in Pullman?
Not really anything.
Okay.
She met a guy,
Uh-huh.
so she ditched me.
Okay. Do you have the new one? This is from 2020. That's your only one? Okay. Have you had anything to drink tonight?
No.
Not at all? Do you mind if I check your eyes? Okay. While you're sitting there, just hang on. I dropped your ID. Keep your head still and just look at the tip of the pen with your eyes. We're going to follow it with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Okay. It's your chance to be honest, okay? Honesty goes a lot further. How much have you had to drink tonight? One? How long ago?
2 hours.
Okay. What'd you have?
Strawberry Bud Light seltzer.
Okay. All right. Hang tight for me. I'll be right back. Step to Paul 16. Check one.
Good.
Last Stinson, Sam, Tom, Ida, Nora, Sam, Ocean, Nora. First, George, Robert, Edward. Edward, Nora, Lincoln. Edward, Ida, George, Henry. Middle R, Robert.
Step to Paul 7. I'll be out with 16.
Good.
She's 2022.
16. Be up testing.
425.
Alright, so just to confirm, you're only 20, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you mind doing voluntary field sobriety? Make sure you're okay to drive. Because here's my concern. You've crossed center, and you are struggling to find documents. So I'm a little bit worried, right?
Yeah.
And you're under 21, right? And you've admitted to drinking. You mind doing some voluntary field sobriety tests?
Yeah.
Okay. Your car's in park, right? Okay. We're going to hop out, and we're going to go over here on the sidewalk, so we're not on this hill. We're going to go right over here. You want to walk right over there on the sidewalk for me? We're going to go down where it's level, right down there in front of that car. Alright. So, again, like I said, all these tests are voluntary, okay? Have you had any medical issues recently? Any car wrecks or anything like that last 12, 24 hours? Okay. Do you wear contact lenses or glasses?
No.
No. Okay. So we're going to do that eye test thing again, okay? So for this one, I want you to put your feet together, hands at your side, and I want you to stay in that position until I tell you otherwise, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Can you see the tip of that pen there? We're going to do the same thing again. I want you to keep your head still and follow it with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Do you understand that? Okay. Alright, for this last one, we're going to go up. Same thing, okay? Okay. So for this next one, it's called the walk and turn. You're going to there's an imaginary straight line out in front of you. Your left foot's on that line right now. I want you to put your right foot in front of it on that line, just like this. Other way around. Left foot in the back, right foot in the front. Touching heel to toe, we're going to put our hands at our side, and we're going to stay in that position while I demonstrate. Do you understand? Okay. For this one, you're going to imagine those 9 steps out in front of you, or that imaginary straight line out in front of you. You're going to take 9 heel to toe steps. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9. Once you get to that 9th step, take your back foot, take a series of small steps around your lead foot. You're going to take 9 heel to toe steps back. 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9. Again, I took 3. How many steps are you going to take?
9.
Okay. For this one, I want you to look down at your toes, count each step out loud, keep your arms at your side. Once you begin the test, don't stop until you're done. Do you understand those instructions? Okay, you may begin. Okay. Are you done? Okay. The next one, we're going to go back to that original starting position again. Feet together, hands at your side. For this one, it's called the one-leg stand. You can pick a leg of your choice. You're going to raise it 6 inches off the ground, just like this. You're going to keep your foot parallel to the ground. You're going to look at your toe and count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. For this one, I want you to look down at your toe, count out loud like I instructed. Keep your arms at your side and your legs straight. Do you understand those instructions? Okay. Which leg are you going to lift tonight?
Left.
Okay. Let me get my timer up here, my stopwatch. All right, you may begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 12, 1013, 1014, 2021.
You can stop. All right. This last one is called a preliminary breath test. It's not in lieu of the evidentiary breath test, but it's just like blowing up a big balloon. All right. Big deep breath in and blow. Got to blow harder than that. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. So it's just like blowing out a big balloon, right? Right? Big breath. One more time. Here we go. Big breath. There you go. Keep blowing, keep blowing. So the machine really wants a steady breath, and you kind of did it in and out. Can we do it one more time? Okay. Here we go. And blow. There we go. All right. So state of Washington, what's the legal limit? Because you're under 21, right? So being under 21, what is it?
What's your...
Two. Okay. Where do you think you're at right now?
02.
You think you're at 02? Okay. It's thinking. I'll show it to you. There it goes. You're at a 0.125. Okay. So right now you are under arrest for DUI. So because you're under arrest, I got to read you your rights here, okay? So right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney during questioning, and if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you prior to questioning if you so desire. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not make any statements, or answer any questions. Do you understand these rights? Okay. Just so you're where I am recording as well, okay? What can we do with your car? Do we want to call your sister, or do we want to park your car right here and lock it up where it's secure?
Or both.
We can do both? Does that work? Okay. You and I are going to walk up to my car. We're going to go back over here. Do you mind if my partner moves your car down here so we can get it out of the road? Okay. Do you need anything out of your car?
My phone.
Your phone, and it's on the dash.
How about a Coke?
Do you have a jacket in there, maybe? We can keep walking to my car. Step to Paul 16, one in custody, DUI, starting the case. That radio's not on. Step to Paul 16, one in custody, starting the case, DUI. We're going to go to the front of my car there first. Right by the tire. Right here. Okay. Just the phone. Yep. Do you have anything in your pockets that's going to poke me, stab me, or hurt me? Okay. I'm going to use the back of my hand. Same thing on this side. Back the hand. Alright, we're going to have a seat in the back seat here.
I set your phone right in front on your dash right there.
Okay. Huh?
Weird noise?
Yeah.
Am I just locking the keys in the car?
No, bring me the keys.
Well, like a semi truck right there, but there's no cars right there.
Unless it was the semi at the railroad tracks, maybe.
That was loud.
Yeah, it was. Alright, well, guess so.
Was she all over the road?
No, I came up behind her coming into the S-curve, and she almost hit the car in front of her, distance-wise. Like, she came up really fast, quickly hit the brakes. I thought, oh, she just, no big deal. We come through the S-curves, and she's completely half the vehicle over yellow line, and then we almost rear-end again at the 25-mile-an-hour sign. So I was going to wait until we were on Main, and she turned this way, so I just lit her up.
It wasn't even on his radar. He needed to come back here. You gonna go back him? Oh, yeah. The trip to Fifth Street was interesting as well.
I don't even know where Fifth Street and...
Fisk?
Fisk. I thought he said Fifth. Make sure you shut the lights off.
I had my hand up down there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Helps if you turn the lapel on.
Oh, is that
My
what it
radio,
was?
my radio was on. My lapel wasn't,
Why would it turn off?
because I had it shut off earlier to save battery when we went down there.
All the windows up? Okay.
Stuff to the wall, kind of like under there. It was supposed
Under
to
the
sit
seat.
sitting
Okay.
there.
She didn't want it. She
Yeah.
clearly said so. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh gosh, there it is. Okay, I have the keys to your car right here, and we parked it in that parking lot right beside us and locked it up, okay? And I've also got your phone. Step all 16 to the jail for the test beginning mileage.
Good.
80211.8.
439.
Turn left.
Women County Jail, Paul 16.
Paul 16, go ahead.
South end of town, cooperative female for the test.
Turn left. In 1 mile, take a slight left turn onto State.
Clear. 439.
Step up to Paul 16 or have jail ending mileage.
Good.
80212.6.
441.
come on out. We're going to walk right up here. I'll go right over there and I'll pull that blue chair out for you. Alright, so I'm going to set your phone and your keys up here on the counter. Alright, so there's a bunch of paperwork that we got to go through here, okay? So I'm going to pull it all up here. Alright, so the first portion of this, because we're in here, okay, I have to read you your constitutional rights again. It's going to sound familiar as to what I read you out there. 1, you have the right to remain silent. 2, you have the right at this time to an attorney. 3, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. 4, if you are juvenile, if you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in juvenile court prosecution for juvenile offense and can also be used against you in an adult criminal court prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are to be tried as an adult. 5, you have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. 6, you have the right to have an attorney present during the question. 7, if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. 8, you can exercise these rights at any time. 9, do you understand these rights? Is that a yes or no? Sorry. Okay. The next line here says, I have read or have had read to me the above explanation of my constitutional rights and I understand these rights. Is that true? So right here it says subject signature because you're in handcuffs. I'm going to write handcuffed right now. If you want to go back and sign it later, you can, okay? The next portion of this is I understand my constitutional rights. I have decided not to exercise these rights at this time. Any statements made by me are made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promises of any kind. Is that true? Okay. Same thing, it says subject signature. I'm going to do the same thing. Alright, this next portion is called implied consent warnings. If I can get my size right here, sorry. So it says, warning, you are under arrest for RCW 4661-502 or RCW 4661-504, driving or being in actual physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. Further, you are now being asked to submit to a test of your breath, which consists of 2 separate samples of your breath taken independently to determine alcohol concentration. 1. You are now advised that you have the right to refuse this breath test, and that if you refuse, A, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be revoked or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 1 year, and B, your refusal to submit to this test may be used in a criminal trial. 2. You are further advised that if you submit to this breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are A, age 21 or over, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a motor vehicle under the influence, or B, under age 21, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.02 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a motor vehicle under the influence. 3. If your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for an ignition interlock driver's license. 4. You have the right to additional tests administered by any qualified persons of your choosing. For those not driving a motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, if your driver's license is suspended or revoked, your commercial driver's license, if any, will be disqualified. For those driving a commercial motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, if you either A, refuse the test, or B, submit to this test and the test indicates alcohol concentration of 0.04 or more, you will be disqualified by the Department of Licensing from driving a commercial motor vehicle. This one right here says, I have read or have had read to me the above statements. Is that correct? The next question is, will you now submit to a breath test? Did you have any confusion understanding this? So now we have to do what's called a 15-minute observation time, okay? So I need to look in your mouth and see if there's anything in there. And then we can't touch our mouth or vomit or anything like that, okay? If we do, we have to restart that time frame. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Mind opening your mouth for me? And lift your tongue up. There we go. Okay. 0452. No. Yes. 0452. Okay. So the next portion of this is a big page of questions. You can answer I'm going to ask them. You can answer them. You can choose not to answer them. It's your choice, okay? And some of them seem very silly. I promise I'm just reading what's on the question, okay? Do you have any physical impairments? Do you limp? Are you sick or injured?
I have a fever.
Okay. Are you under the care of a doctor or dentist?
Dentist.
Dentist? Are you diabetic or epileptic?
I'm not diabetic.
Okay.
It's something different, but it's not diabetic.
Okay. Do you take insulin? Have you taken any medicines or drugs in the last 24 hours? Any prescription medications? Any non-prescription medications? Any cocaine use? Marijuana use? Do you have impaired vision? Do you wear corrective lenses? How many hours of sleep do you think you got last night?
6.
Were you driving the vehicle tonight? Is there anything mechanically wrong with the vehicle?
My rotors are warped and my brake pads are worn out.
Okay. Have you been injured or involved in any collisions in the past 24 hours? Have you had any alcohol to drink since being stopped? Where were you going before being stopped?
To my sister's.
Without looking, what time do you think it is?
4:32.
4:30, or did you say 32?
4:32.
4:32. It is 4:56. Do you know what street you were on? Do you know which direction of travel you were going?
Towards Colfax.
Okay. Where did you start from?
Pullman.
Do you know what time you left Pullman?
I think I left around 3:30, 3:45, and then I stopped and got gas.
Okay. Do you know what day of the week it is?
It's technically it's Sunday.
Do you know what city and county you're in right now? Okay. We're in Colfax, which is Whitman County. Do you know what today's date is?
I believe it's 9/12 and 9/10/2022.
It is 9:11. Have you been drinking alcoholic beverages?
I have.
What have you been drinking?
I drank a strawberry Bud Light seltzer with a little bit of vodka in it.
With a little what?
Vodka.
How much did you drink?
Not a lot.
Would you say 1, 5,
Like a shot.
a shot? When did you start drinking?
Like 2:45 a.m.
2:45 a.m. Who have you been drinking with?
I don't know their last names.
Okay. Did you just say it was friends? Where were you drinking at?
Pullman.
Just their house or around campus? Okay. What time was your last drink?
Probably 3:30 a.m.
Do you believe your ability to drive was affected by your alcohol and or drug usage?
No.
Have you ever been arrested for DUI before? Okay. So we got to do that 15-minute observation time. So that's all the questions I'm going to ask you. That's the whole thing. So we've got about 8 minutes still, and this is like an 8-page packet that I got to put information into. So I'm just going to sit here and fill this out while we wait for that time to pass, and then we'll do the test, okay? Do you have any questions? Okay. I just want to make sure I'm trying to keep you, help you understand what's happening, okay? Is the address on here correct for you? Okay. Is your primary language English? We're just about there. You said your sister lives just outside of Colfax?
Yeah.
Do you remember where?
Not the exact address.
Is she like towards the river on Almota Road or out towards La Crosse?
Out towards the cross.
Okay. Are you going to school over here right now? No. Just came over to visit for the weekend?
Yes, my first time.
Okay. Gotta put a bunch of information into here. Did you smoke, vomit, or put anything in your mouth? What is that? I forgot already. 25, 65. Oh, that's not the card I want. This is the card I want. Okay, just going to go through and do a couple things here to make sure it's all good to go. Okay, so for this one, we got to have big, deep breaths, okay? We can't have the shallow ones like we did out there. This machine wants about 20 seconds worth of breath if we can, or sorry, 10 seconds of breath if we can. Okay, so we got to have big, deep breath and blow into it long and steady, okay? When we do this one, you're welcome to stand up if you want to, if that helps, or you can sit right there. What I'll have you do is I'll put this on here, and I'll have you wrap your lips around just the end piece right here, and we'll take a big deep breath in, and then we'll wrap our lips around here, and we're going to blow, okay? All right, are you ready? You going to stay sitting? Okay, big deep breath, and blow. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, a little bit harder. Almost there, we're about halfway. Doing good. And you're done. Alright, so it'll go through and it'll re-zero itself and make sure everything's good, and then we'll do the second one. As soon as we're done with this second one, I'll take you out of handcuffs, okay? The reason you stay in handcuffs is because we can't touch our mouths for that 15-minute observation period, and I've learned anytime I tell somebody you can't touch their mouth, first thing we do is something, right? So from there, it'll print out the results right here, and I'll show you the results as they come out, okay? How long has your sister lived over in this area? A few months. How's she liking it? Is she from the west side as well?
Yeah.
What brought her over here?
Her boyfriend
Okay.
works over here.
What's that?
Her boyfriend works over here.
Gotcha. Where's he work at, do you know?
Tires and John.
I don't know
It's by
that
Les
much.
Schwab.
Okay. One more time here. Nice big deep breath and blow. About halfway there. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. And good. Alright, let's get you out of those handcuffs. Stand up for me. When I go there, I'll take you. I gotta come in the bottom. There we go. Alright, so it looks at your breath two different ways. It's called an IR and an EC. This is your first sample and this is your second sample. Your first one is a 116 and your second one was a 111. So you're still over that legal limit, right? So I'll sign this, I'll get you a copy of it. So this form here is called the request for a DUI hearing. So this explains how, because you're over that 0.02 for you and over a 0.8 as well. Remember that portion I read that DOL can suspend your license. So this form is a form that explains if you want to request a hearing about it. It explains the entire process of how to do so. There's one last spot on here. It says a notice of right of hearing. I have been given written notice of my right to a hearing, including the steps required to obtain a hearing, and understand that the notice of suppression, suspension, revocation, or denial of license will be mailed to the address of record in the file with the Department of Licensing. I'm looking to see if you will sign right here stating that I gave you a copy of this. You don't have to. Okay. Today's date is 9/11. Perfect. So that one and this one are going to be your copies. I'll call upstairs. Hey, we're already booked for 111. Thanks. Okay, so from here, what happens is you're going to get booked into jail for DUI, okay? So the jail staff will come down, they'll get you changed out into some coveralls first, and then put you in a cell right here. I've got to go upstairs and type a report really quick. And as soon as I get the report to them, they'll go through the booking process, and after that, then you get to make a phone call. Your bail, I believe, there is bail for DUI. I believe it's $550. We'll ask when they come down here. Or you stay until you see a judge on Monday. So they can better explain that process to you of how that works here, okay? Does that, any questions? Okay.
You're good. So I will have you take your belt and your boots off.
We can move right over there on the counter where I set your phone, if you want to set it, everything right up there.
And then what size shoes do you wear? 7? There's those. They work on either foot, that way you're not walking on the ground. All your jewelry that you have on, so your earrings, your nose ring, necklace, that stuff's going to have to come off. Okay? And there's that. So we'll put them in there, that way we don't lose them. How do you pronounce your first name? Greenleaf? Greenleaf, okay. I'm good if you want to start working on this.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Yeah. 131 for deputy.